Hello and greetings of the day to all. I am Devbhat and we group 14 are going to present a presentation on business effective communication. We are from Melbourne. So let us start. So first we'll start with attention getting statement. Introspection as the cornerstone of effective communication. Introspection means thinking deeply or valuably, and uh, cornerstone means important. So if we can get this thinking deeply as the important part is the important part of effective business communication. So these are the challenges which we are going to present in a presentation. So the first one is effective intercultural communication between the Australian head office and the regional office. So we are going to talk about what are the intercultural communication between the Australian and Australian regional offices. The second one is misunderstanding among the employees based upon the different intercultural communication. So in this point, we are going to talk about what are the barriers, what are the misunderstanding among the staff, among the workers based upon the different intercultural communication. The next is ineffective intercultural team communication. So here is the thesis. Different approaches to emphasize how successful communication may have a beneficial influence, while an ineffective or bad communication can lead to serve repercussions. So meaning of this is if we are trying different approaches to overcome the communication barriers, we may have a beneficial influence. But if we are not allowing firm to work on that, then it is ineffective or bad communication can lead to serve repercussions. The next slide is about transitional statement. So as per the GNY, cross-culture contract between nations has become a typical occurrence in this globe at every instant because to the blooming expansion of economic globalization and the popularity of internet. So here they are trying to say that popularity of internet and economic globalization has become a typical occurrence in the culture contact between the nations. Halderam has observed that there exist various challenges in workplace due to existence of people from different social and cultural background. So he has observed that there are various barriers, there are various challenges in a firm, in a workplace because of existence of staff or people who are working in their firm from different social and different cultural backgrounds. Also, he has observed that employers and other employees need to create an environment in order to make these foreign employees feel welcome. So if a person is moving from a city or a country to another city or country, so it's their staff's responsibility to feel him that he is to feel him in a to create a working environment, create a friendly environment for the another employee. So now we are going to see about ineffective intercultural communication. So first we'll talk about what is the problem. We are not going to only talk about Australian and its regional communication, but we are going to talk about basic problem in intercultural communication. So communication style differs greatly between and even within civilization. So it's not like that it's only happen in a firm. There are many societies, many civilizations that they have their different style of communications, and it differ between person to person. According to Penn S, there are several frames to reference across the world may behave differently and express emotion in various ways. So as per the author, they have some references that in some situation, in some uh, 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 situation, they have their reference that they can behave differently and they can express their emotion in various ways. So is there a solution? Let us see that. Even if there are culture communication hurdles, getting beyond them is achievable and will ultimately result in a better workforce. So everyone knows that there are barriers in workforce, but it is not like that it is not achievable. If firm work on that, they can achieve, and it will ultimately result in a better workforce. Multiple culture viewpoints, often innovative problem solving, and a deeper knowledge of the client. So if there is a situation and there are workers from different culture backgrounds, so they can give their opinion, they can share their knowledge on the problem. By that, they can gain more trust of their clients, and it is good for the firm to know their clients as well. Everyone gains from learning to communicate and utilize the excellent elements of each culture. So if some worker is getting knowledge of a different culture, it is good for him and it is good for the firm as well.
I explain a solution to the problem and also explain why it is effective. The solution is by educating students and youth in general about intercultural differences in communication. Second one is understanding the intercultural behavior of different people in a workplace, their mannerisms and their habits. Third one is by comparing different communication styles based on politeness level, humor, or non-verbal traits, and much beyond. Why it is effective? Educating the student is important as in the fosters trust and create a balanced workforce environment. Understanding behavior develops a better understanding of intercultural conflicts in this ever-changing world. I also explain benefits and future vision. The benefit of intercultural communication is by analyzing the styles not just on the basis of spoken language but also on internet lingo. This will help gather data in accordance with the modern world. Second one is for effective intercommunication. More and more organizations are switching to virtual team for all type of communications as per Berry. Third one is this team compares a blend of people of varied backgrounds and cultures. It provides a competitive edge and enables effective participation and team collaboration. A future vision is that if the solutions given are enabled, it will lead to better cross-cultural communications. The measures will prevent the various barriers that generally occurs in such work environment. By this, future of the any organization can be seen with more people from different regions, which will lead to improved performance of an organization as a whole. Better awareness about the issue incurred can be tackled by the ways suggested. Transitional statement. Existence of barriers to intercultural communication in a work environment leads to problems among regional office and other branches of a company. It creates a differences in opinions and conflicts resolution process. This challenge lead to misunderstanding among employees in terms of perception, communication style, and comprehension. Misunderstanding amongst the employees based upon the different intercultural communication context. What is the problem? And I also give the solution. Now I explain the problem. Cross-cultural working partnership have increased as a result of globalization, whether they be between company client or co-workers. Misunderstanding in cross-cultural communication can be caused by a variety of factors. Sources include poor perception, improper comprehensions, and various variable levels and gaps in the global knowledge of the interlocutors. Problems frequently arise when one party is unable to put together and execute an expected intercultural man observe at this specific state of the engagement. And now I give solution. A little preparation and an open mind may go a long way. Rose A said, observe that any investigation of microconceptions must be addressed in an interdisciplinary manner so that many research traditions can be taken into consideration. Successful collaboration within and outside the workplace will undoubtedly result from understanding and appreciating our differences.
Thank you, Jamin. First of all, we need to understand what is the problem of the misunderstanding amongst the employee based upon the different intercultural communication contexts. We need to understand the problem mainly as per our research. Mainly three different points are come up on this research. First of all, differences in the communication style due to some of geographical indications, maybe some ethnicity and other type of differences make in communication way. Second is the linguistic gap due to the wrong comprehension. We see the many type of accents available in one language, and that's the big problem. If we are sitting in right now in Australia, some British people come and say, at that time we need to understand, we need to some type of understanding with him, and rise conflict due to the ethos, ethnicitarianism. Secondly, what are the effect on the stakeholder? First effect is it leads to confusion in the mind of employees. Uh, of course, they form improper assumption and ends up the doing the task wrong. Is of course if first thing is not completed, employees in employees team have many confusions that will not done proper work what his seniors give to him. Third is it leads to distrust among the employees and disputes the leadership. Employees feel demotivation and they feel their opinion doesn't matter. Now at the time, the all our team is not working very well, and they are not seeing the company growth. If our environment, our company environment is very well due to sim, then company growth. The consequence in this organization, of course, in different intercultural people are together. The many consequence in the organization, it leads lead to reduced performance and low productivity. Work environment is disputed with a negative atmosphere. Employees feel less secure in their jobs, and which may have also sabotaged the company's name. Uh, what are the solution of this problem? First is the various factors lead to improvement in the misunderstanding they may incur. Uh, there are some many things to do in the first solution. We need to hire people to do his job is only this type of thing. Both extra and inter actually accommodation strategies which appear to work in symbiotic way to ensure successful exchange in the business. Changing communication pattern can lead to better result. These solution why is effective. All the components, whether human or animal, are interrelated and acquire the agency. Each factor leads to efficient organizational communication by rethotonal function and mainly them open and forging continuous and successful connection, which is the essential element. Now what are the benefits and future version? Small chats are crucial in fostering relationship and trust among the employee, which are the essential point successful and prohibited business, and various learnings can be driven from these at the same time. UN 2019 analyzed the importance of expertise recognition in different communication styles is quite beneficial. Students tend to learn about the global intercultural communication through the learning which prepare them for the challenges of interacting in the new advanced world. Organizational communication really works in the environment when looked from the various perspectives. What are the future users? The misunderstanding caused due to the lack of communication leads to increase in the errors occurs in the any organization. The future of any impact drastically if the correction measures are taken in the right way. By involving employee for the various culture, different ideas with the set of creativity can lead to excellent result from the future possibility. I think this is the best mm, benefit, vision, whatever you say. Future of the organization can be secure if small error can be presented at the now the transitional statement. Misunderstanding among the employees due to different culture and communication style leads to disturb in leadership and also a demotivation among the people. Uh, these are these challenges leads to problem in the team communication, decision making, and also process management. Now, further, my friend Kunal will take over this.
Hi, how are you? My name is Kunal, and I have to speak for ineffective interculture team communication. Effective interculture team communication in many problems. What is the problem? Effective communication is especially relevant in work as the way we speak greatly influences how our business encounters turn out. People may find it challenging to engage equally in brainstorming sessions due to communication habits. For example, Brazilians are usually okay with overlapping talks and interruptions since they see them as singles involvement. Culture complexities, disparities, and paradoxes that have an impact on many effects of collaborative work. So this is problem, and is there any solution? I have to speak for solution. There can be a solution if businesses must make sure that them members can communicate and work together. Deposit variations in time, language, or culture. Basic J 2022 analyzed that by understanding the level of emotion that people from various cultures display during a formal argument and anticipate from others also varies. About the problem, understanding the problem, uh, there are many problems understanding. Managing a team of individuals with different personalities is challenging. Certain slang or colloquialisms are frequently misunderstood. The team's members have a common culture identity or a homogeneity. They could try to rule over you. Effect on stockholders. So I can speak effect on stockholders. Inability to gather full potential of the employees. Employees feel neglected, which hampers their moral non-acceptability and among employees impacts mental health and increase in absenteeisms. So consequences, the organization, it hampers the decision making process due to presence of barriers in proper communication flow. Different prescription towards ERG in workplace causes disturbance in relations. It may end up in increased number of resignations due to toxic culture and benefits and future vision. Benefits is there are many benefits. Understanding the characteristic of a small conversation may be helpful in promoting the idea of international communicative skills and component of effective communication in international commerce as observed by Pull in 2010. Even in a remote environment, businesses may act as the spark for more honest communication and enlightened and curiosity to foster community. Cultural awareness initiatives that link and integrate commonalities between cultures can also have a positive impact. And other side future vision, I can see better results in the future can be seen by spending some time getting to know the distinctive communication practices and customs of the various cultures of the team. The program makes significant progress in the future by forging a multicultural international connection that cuts across time zones and languages. All this leads to the better performances and in the teamwork. And last and then after transitional statement, existence of the ineffective cross culture team communication leads untapped potential, low moral and absenteeism among employees. This problem hence points to the fact that proper awareness needs to be spread as cross culture communication refers to the ways in which people from different culture backgrounds adjust to improve communication with one another, and which in turn affect how an organization performs and grows.
I'll take from here. So we saw the presentation and we saw the challenges which we have talked about. There are three challenges and we have talked on what are the problems. Is there any solution or not? If there is a solution, what is the solution? And what are the future visions of these challenges? We have seen that. In the restatement of the thesis, in the haste means in the rush or in the speed to get the information through employees, effective communication can sometimes be emphasized at the expense of what is typically taken from granted in the workplace. So sometimes what firm do that they rushes their decision on their employee, and by doing this it can turn into a disaster or they can uh, find some loss as well. And hence it's important to understand different methods and how good communication may have a positive impact while poor communication can have serious consequences. As I have told earlier that after applying these strategies, that there are good strategies and stakeholders have come up with such positive impact of applying these strategies, and if firm is not applying these strategies, it can create some serious consequences as well. Here are the references. Thank you.